All right, welcome back, everyone. I am on my journey, my playlist journey. So, bands, songs, artists that were key in my musical development are being featured on this playlist, but I'm also bringing in other musicians that, though it may have been just a short amount of time that they were on that landscape, they certainly pointed out certain things about music to me. And Faith No More is one of those where very kind of controversial as far as in my upbringing, the way I see the world. But they challenged a certain thought process. And being a teenager and in my early 20s when they came on the scene, that was something that was a new concept for me. Not necessarily as far as challenging the thought, expanding your, because Rush was very much the thinking man's band, and that's one of the reasons why I was so into them. But Faith No More was kind of the whole controversial side of it. And it was very intriguing that you could bring that into music. And their first album is The Real Thing. Falling to Pieces is the one that I chose because I don't know, it's just the one that I thought was right. This one I am doing on off of a YouTube channel, RuneScape 560. So thank you, RuneScape 560, for this one. Again, I was going to do it off of my Amazon Music platform, as I've been doing everything else for this playlist reaction, but there was some imagery there that I was staunchly against, and I didn't want to compromise my values for that. Again, this song is just to illuminate where I was, the things that I was being exposed to at that time in the early to mid 90s, and how all of those different types of bands that fit in that era for me, they challenged my conception of music and where it could go and what you could do with it. Sometimes, in a way that highlighted, hey, it can go negative or it can go positive. Faith No More is one of those that's on the edge. There's certain things that they did that was like, man, no, we don't need to do that. But other things where it was like, hey, this is really good music. And ultimately, musically, this song, I think it's a solid song. You've got the bass is just out front and it's just so strong and powerful. And I kind of like the song. I do. So here we go.
yes and no in an ocean of melody. From the bottom, it looks like a steep incline. From the top, another downhill slope of mine. But I know that you will never be there. Somebody put me together.
Gonna leave it there. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam. See that? Bam. Alright. Bass, obviously. Michael Patton's singing style. It's not very kind of nasally, but still really bright and clear. And just that groove, was it's just so memorable, and it's uplifting. It gets you moving. I love the guitar work because it's not. I guess that was another thing, is that you could have these, harmonically speaking, the guitars are present. They do some really cool things, and I'm talking the album as a whole. But they don't have to be in the forefront, because we're moving out of the 80s, where it was a very virtuoso guitar era, and we're moving into something a little bit different. So as we're going into the 90s, there's a couple of bands here where the bass becomes more of a forefront. It's sort of for me, it was a little bit of a paradigm shift based on, where I told you I've come from, that it was 3 specific guitar players that brought me into the love of music. And now the 6-string guitar is, at this point, not as prevalent, and you forget you're getting more bass and more dealing more with the harmonic structure than a lead role when it comes to guitars. So, and I think that's if I remember my playlist sequence correctly, that's gonna come up also a little bit in the next video, which I am trying to decide whether I want to go with the audio version or a live version. The audio version is much more, probably going to be much more clear, but the live version might be a little more entertaining. So I'll make a decision on that. Again, Faith No More for me was nothing more than a cup of coffee for a couple of years, but most definitely they challenged the paradigm I was used to. And that's okay. And that's why they made this list. So, there you go. Thanks for joining me. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Love one another. Love yourself.